Good morning from Vegas. I'm Jimmy Padia, CEO and founder at Floatbot.ai, and I'm joined today by Tyler Jones, Chief Marketing Officer of Duck Creek. We are partners in enabling carriers, getting into the next era of AI. So we'll be talking about Duck Creek. We'll be talking about how Floatbot is adding value to Duck Creek customers and some of the use cases on claims, customer service, and underwriting. So what you, Tyler?
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jimmy, and hello, ITC Vegas. It's good to be here.
Thank you.
The energy is pretty awesome on the floor, and there's a lot of cool things happening with AI. Of course, what Floatbot is doing is really impressive, and at Duck Creek, providing a core system that is the AI foundation. We have our own agentic models and a lot of AI, but we love partnering with folks like Floatbot and others who can really augment and bring their AI models to our core system, which is, the system of record for most of the large carriers here that are attending ITC. I don't know if you know this, Jimmy, but Duck Creek actually has 6 of the top 8 global carriers using our software to process their insurance
awesome.
policies. Yeah,
That's
it's amazing.
Awesome. And I was amazed when you said, Tyler, that Duck Creek, that the basis of system is it's open.
Yes.
Everything is API enabled.
All API.
That's so much important.
Evergreen SaaS, true SaaS, multi-tenancy, so that you can take advantage of these amazing intelligent solutions, but keep it within your workflow and your environment. So just a little bit about Duck Creek for your viewers. We have over 300 customers globally. I mean, we're up near 400. We've done over 1,200 successful implementations of different pieces of software, from quote to claim. We cover it. Policy, claims, billing, reinsurance, you name it. There's a solution that Duck Creek brings. We integrate it all into one SaaS solution. We have over 1,700 professionals across the globe working with the top carriers to make sure that their core systems are operating at the level that really gets them the highest level of profitability, and most importantly, we think flexibility to react to the changing risks in our environment. So our mission overall with Duck Creek is to empower insurers to reimagine the future of insurance. We are here, we partner with folks like Floatbot, with carriers to develop solutions that solve the problems of a modern insurer. So we're very proud of our partner ecosystem. There's a bunch of partners you see on here. We look for the best in class across the industry to partner with and bring into our ecosystem. When you think about Duck Creek, what I want you to think about is 4 things. Number 1, this is a comprehensive suite of insurance capabilities, the whole core. Number 2, we are very people-centric. When you work with Duck Creek, yes, we are a large insurer tech, but we work with you on the individual level. Our software is multi-tenant and SaaS, but highly configurable. So every one of our customers has the opportunity to configure to their business while having the savings and the capabilities that a multi-tenant SaaS software provides. We are all about evergreen SaaS. Our customers don't have to do upgrades. We do them for them, and they're happening every 2 weeks in the background. You want to talk savings, and you want to be able to take on the new capabilities in AI, like what Floatbot offers. You don't need to wait for your core system to grow, an on-prem system or your core system to be able to integrate in. Our open APIs allow you to do that. Ultimately, we want to power intelligent decisions for our carriers. So that is Duck Creek in a nutshell. Like I said, comprehensive suite from policy, rating, billing, claims. We have reinsurance solution. We have a lot of intelligence solutions, and we give you access to your data. We partner with Snowflake, and with our Clarity product, you can extract all of your data and use it on the models that you really want to use it for. So like Clarity is a perfect way to bring in data from Floatbot and for there to be a bidirectional connection that's safe, secure, and allows you to maintain the quality of your data within your system of record. So I think that's kind of where, last thing I wanted to bring up. We are an agentic platform. These are all agents that we are working on today. Several of them are in reality working within our system. Our vision is every little task that is done today that requires manual processes, we'll have an agent sitting side by side, doing some of those tasks, keeping the human in the loop. And we've named them because we like to name our ducks. And
Wow.
I forgot to mention, Jimmy, it is kind of hilarious that you guys have a duck icon, right? With Floatbot and of course Duck
Absolutely.
Creek. There's something about ducks and insurance that I haven't figured out yet, but maybe it's we have our ducks in a row.
I know,
right?
absolutely, and
Yeah.
that's an army of ducks.
Yeah, and we are bringing an army of agents, an army of ducks to bring together. Now we have these on our platform, but you certainly can bring in your AI models to work side by side with these. With our open API architecture and our ability to deliver on SaaS, you have that flexibility. All right, Jamie, so that's a little about Duck Creek. Tell us more about Floatbot.
Thanks a lot, Tyler. I mean, it's amazing how the platform is flexible. It has open APIs, which is foundation to AI platform like ours, right? Without which it's just impossible to adopt AI.
Yeah.
So Floatbot is adding the AI layer on top of platforms like Duck Creek. There are three key modules of Floatbot. The first is conversational AI, which is, think of it as self-service solution to automate voice calls, chat, SMS, email. We have applications around claims intake to customer service, including agent service. The next module is something that we have formally announced at ITC. It's AI workspace. We call it Float Space. So think of this as everything human in loop. We know in insurance, it's such a regulated industry that humans are not going away. There's so much to do. AI workspace is the platform, is the workspace that works with adjusters, with underwriters, with CSRs hand in hand to automate a lot of their mundane tasks or day-to-day routines. And third is AI workflows, which is, think of it as mid to back office workflows. So yeah, Tyler, I mean, I love your ducks, but these are the 4 AI agents that we got with Floatbot.
Amazing, they look great. I like that you named them too, just like us.
We named them too. That's the family that we have. We've got Lisa and Eddie on claims. We've got Aura on policy, and we've got Lexi on the customer service side.
I love that you humanize them because, we think of AI beyond just a tool. AI is your coworker. It's your intelligent coworker we all get an assistant today. Most people just, you don't have to be a CEO anymore to have an assistant,
absolutely.
right? So amazing. So anyway.
So, I mean, you mentioned that, claims is something that would add huge value, or it's adding huge value to your customer.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Please tell some of the problems that you see with your customers on the claims right now.
Yeah. So, the traditional process of intake, right? It requires people to listen, then translate that into actual, words and typing that in. And we know how inconsistent that is. When you look across the claims ecosystem, the data quality, whether you're using a TPA or you're self-adjudicating your claims, especially at first notice of loss, is really, really poor. And the problem with that is at first notice of loss, if you have quality data, you can then intervene. There's so many things you can do to accelerate the claim closure, to get, to understand the claim severity, to be able to route that claim to the right level of adjuster so that person on the other end of the phone is going to get the service that they need. They need complete data. And this happens and it just blows up constantly within this process. Jimmy had this statistic. P&C insurers report on average 7 to 20% of claims processing error rate, meaning nearly 1 in 5 claims contains mistakes. I think that's actually conservative. When you look at fill rates on key fields that are needed to do the type of analysis you need to really drive a claim forward positively, it's significantly worse than this 7 to 20%. I think it's worse, but certainly this highlights the problem. Catastrophic events. So we all, as a chief claim officer, like your biggest nightmare is to wake up and all of a sudden your phone's ringing off the hook and you've got to process all of these claims because of some catastrophe. This is when the error rate actually spikes, and it's the time when you need the best data the most, the quality data, but it's almost impossible to handle that volume in a way that's effective. So in order to be prepared for a catastrophe, we really need these AI solutions to help augment our our workforce.
So what we have
Background
seen, we have Tyler, that carriers are great. They try to have digital off-and-on solutions launched on a website or in mobile app. But
Yep.
in reality, what we have seen is the adoption is very low.
Yeah.
It's typically less than 5%. Most of the policyholders or insurers, they like to call the carriers directly, or they just call their agents to get their claim file.
Yeah.
And that's where, even after having digital FNOL solution, it's
Yeah.
not that effective.
Yeah.
So that's where an AI comes in,
Yeah.
conversational AI typically that
Yeah.
comes in to do the claims intake.
Well, you mentioned multi-language, right? Multilingual capabilities. You can imagine when there's a catastrophe, you're not going to have everyone that can speak every language, and you've got people on the other side of the phone, right, that need to file that claim. And if you could use AI to cover and be able to cover every language that's spoken here in the U.S. or wherever you are globally,
Yeah.
that's insanely powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the AI agent Lisa. That it's available in only channels. Call, text.
Yeah.
It's also available on a website, inside a mobile app. It's multilingual. It brings down the cost to less than $6 per claims intake.
Wow.
At present, it's hovering between $20 to $30 depending on.
And labor rates are going up, so I mean that's only going to be going up.
The other
over the
benefit
next
is
few
during CAT events, it scales up. It
Right.
can scales up to by handling
Right.
thousands of calls. It's multilingual. It seamlessly integrates with Duck Creek, like the claims module of Duck Creek. And yeah, I mean it's complete. It's 100% accurate. So it
Yeah.
doesn't make any mistakes. What typically a CSR or human agent does. So yeah, Tyler, you mentioned some of the other use cases that you're amazed with. So on the claim side specifically.
Yeah, for sure. So with claims, there's so many great use cases. Certainly FNOL and claim intake is really a great use case for AI. But let's say you have a demand package come in and you got to now read 600 pages of some demand package that is purposely disorganized because that plaintiff attorney really wants to get the best of and make the most out of this claim. Well, AI is a perfect solution for intelligent document processing. That information can then be brought in and then used for claim severity, understanding the attorney and their performance. I love AI understanding sentiment, right? There's nothing more important in the era of AI than empathy. It seems counterintuitive, but the more we use AI, the more we as humans need to figure out, okay, how can we take all of the operational efficiencies that we've saved and then apply that to be empathetic with the consumer, right, with the claimant, and make that experience even more powerful. And AI, the promise of AI is really hyper-personalization in these situations. And so you're going to have the ability to know more about the customer, not to have to search from screen to screen, figure out what is happening with the context of the claim, and then be able to provide an empathetic experience. So it's pretty amazing. While you're on the phone, all of this can happen, which was not possible even a few years ago.
And Tyler, you also mentioned about the note-taking capabilities of AI.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So
we all love that, right?
I mean, so with Adjuster, you told that when they're on phone, they kind of miss out a lot of information. That's what we're trying to project on the screen, actually.
Yep.
A call between Adjuster and claimant.
Yep.
And how AI is taking the notes real time.
Yes.
It's also detecting, flagging the conversation. It's taking the next best action.
That's pretty cool.
To Adjuster, right? So yeah, we'll talk more about some of the other use cases. So that's about AI on the transcription summaries, multi-party texting. Another department, another function that we are seeing huge value is customer service. So there are a lot of calls, emails that come for policy support. That requires translation. Technical support is another big thing for agents as well as for employees.
Absolutely.
I mean, enabling agents and they able to use Duck Creek, for example, agent portal seamlessly. Right, that's where AI is adding a lot of value as well. These are some of the other use cases on chat, co-browsing, email triage. Talking about underwriting, right? I mean, largely we have seen that either it's a direct carrier or driven through agents or agency/brokers, right? So we have seen that agents, they come back with questions around appetite, right? Is this covered? And that kind of the underwriting team is swamped answering a lot of those.
How much time is wasted on the question, is this covered?
Exactly.
Right? If we added that up, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is a perfect use case for AI. I'm so excited for the opportunity to use this technology to eliminate all of that painstaking analysis, going and looking at all the policy exclusions and then understanding and going, yes, I know your risk, you know what you're covered, and you move on. It's going to provide the transparency consumers need, and we certainly need in the back office at
yeah, I mean, we had somebody yesterday who was an underwriter,
yeah,
and he was showing me his cell phone. Jimmy, look at this. He was showing me a text from my agent that, it says, is this covered or not? And when I was sitting on my kid's football game,
right.
He said, I get a call. Every time I go to the game, I get a call, about some silly questions. Is this covered or not? Yeah, so those are the things. Yeah. Those are the things which gets automated by AI, amongst many other things, right?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, absolutely. So thanks, thanks for sharing your thoughts, Tyler. Anything else that you'd like
and I'm so excited for you guys. I hope you have a great show. Of course, check out floatbot.ai, but please come over to my site, duckcreek.com, and reach out, and I'd love to talk to you about how you're building out your core system to be ready for this AI tidal wave that's coming.
Thanks a lot, Tyler.
Thank you.
Thank you.